So lifting yourselves up from child's pose, breathing in and coming up. Taking your hands onto the floor in front of your knees and tuck your toes under. And we're going to do a little spring forward. So we're going to spring forward onto the hands and cross the legs, just so that you can come into a seated position. And then untuck the legs and come into Dandasana, staff pose. So the legs extended away from the hips, the toes pointing up towards the ceiling. You might want to grab a belt or a tie or whatever you have to hand. So if you have a yoga belt, please take that. You may not need a belt if you know you can grab your toes, but everybody else can wrap the belt around the balls of the feet, and you effectively use the belt to help you sit nice and tall. So take the muscles away from the sitting bones, feel that you're grounded through your seat and that you can lift your chest nice and high. Okay, so we're looking down towards the big toes. As you breathe in, lift up, and as you breathe out, draw the shoulders back and down. Okay, and this might be where you want to stay. So if you're already getting a good stretch up the back of the legs, and then we're just going to stay here and breathe. Okay, so breathing in, lifting tall, breathing out, shoulders back and down. If you feel you can go a stage further, then next time you breathe out, perhaps beginning to hinge from the hips. Notice that this forward fold isn't rounding the back and coming over the sitting bones that way. We're reducing the angle between the torso and the legs, folding from the hips. We're taking our belly to our thighs rather than our chest and our head. So it's belly to thighs. Okay, so you can continue to hold the belt, or you can hold your toes if you reach your toes. Important thing is, at the moment we're keeping the body long. We're thinking about this angle closing here. Each time you breathe in, lengthen. Each time you breathe out, roll the shoulders back and down a bit further. So these forward folds take time, so give your body time to release into them. Feel the stretch down the back of the legs and breathe into that stretch. We're aiming to have the legs as long as possible. So if you feel that you need to wriggle a little bit to unstick the sitting bones, then unstick the sitting bones, come over the top of the sitting bones. Keep your torso long. Think about the belly coming down towards the thighs. If you're already grabbing your toes and your elbows are bent because you've come down so far, you can stretch beyond the feet and hold the wrist of one hand with the other hand. Wherever you are, we're breathing in to sit tall, breathing out, lengthening and softening. When you've reached your maximum forward fold, you can let go and begin to soften the chest, soften the head down. Keep the legs active. Breathing into the forward fold, allowing the forehead to soften down. And then wherever you are, releasing and slowly coming up. Good. We're going to lie down and do a supine twist, and then we're kind of come into a relaxation. So if you want to pause the video and grab any blankets you need, any cushions you want under your head or blocks under your head, then please feel free to go and do that now. And then once you're back, lying down on your backs, and we're going to come into Jatara Pavriti, supine twist. So have the knees bent, soles of the feet on the floor. Make your shoulder blades comfortable behind you. So draw the shoulder blades towards each other, take the arms out to the sides. Starting with the knees and the ankles apart, so hip distance apart. As you breathe out, take the knees over to the right and the head gently turns to the left. Shoulders staying down on the floor. Breathing into the body, any places that need to soften and release. Breathe into those places. And breathe out and feel them softening and letting go. And now if you want to draw one ankle and knee on top of the other, feel free to do so. Increasing the twist a little bit in the spine. Notice what happens in the shoulders and feel the shoulders heavy, moving down into the floor. And if you want to go a little bit deeper into the twist, draw the knees up towards the elbow of the right arm. Encouraging both shoulders down, even if it's lifted slightly, feeling that that arm's heavy. And continuing to breathe deep into the spine, releasing in between each vertebra. And breathing in, drawing the knees up to the centre. Just tug them gently into your chest to even up the spine along the mat, and then take the feet back to the floor. Arms out to the side, feet and knees hip distance apart, and as you breathe out, take them down to the right. Head turns towards the left. No strain in the neck here. Simply turning the head to complete that spinal twist. And taking a good few breaths here. It's fine to have your eyes closed. Allow your awareness to be inside. Breathing into any parts of the body that need to release, and breathing out and letting go. And if you want to draw that right knee on top of the left, go ahead. No, it's fine to stay in that first position. Wherever you are, eyes closed, breathing into all the parts of your spine, or perhaps your hips, your neck, wherever it needs to release. If you want to come deeper into the twist, drawing the knees up towards the elbow. Know that it's fine to try these other modifications, and if they don't work for you, return to the previous variation. And breathing in, drawing the knees back to the centre, hugging the knees into the chest. And then taking the feet down to the floor. You can either stay in Shavasana with your knees lifted, and if you do keep your knees lifted, then walk your feet out so that they're mat width apart and keep the knees together so your legs feel fully supported. Otherwise, if you're comfortable, taking the legs all the way along the mat, straighten them out, and find yourself a comfortable position for Shavasana.